Well, it looked like, Gene, that the door might be opened a little bit there for Sam, but Roberto seemed to slam it right in his face, didn't he?
Close the door.
Here's Sam Snead putting for his birdie. He got it, 2 beautiful fours, and through the 15th hole, DeVicenzo still leads by 4 strokes on Shell's Wonderful World of Golf.
Only once has the capital of the United States suffered a military invasion, in 1814. But each spring, Washington is invaded by another army, an army of school children who come to experience firsthand the things they've studied in their history books. And this is always one of the highlights of their visit, a trip down the Potomac River to the home of the first president, George Washington. Washington himself often made this trip from the young capital to his Virginia plantation. But today, as you leave the sprawling city and pass the busy national airport on your way down the river, it's difficult to envision the quiet countryside through which he passed. One place, however, is the same. The home to which George Washington brought his bride in April 1759, and which was to remain the hearthstone of his life for the next 40 years, Mount Vernon. No estate in United America is more pleasantly situated than this, Washington once said. It lies in a high, dry, and healthy country on one of the finest rivers in the world. And so it was in Washington's time, one of the finest rivers in the world. Today, however, the Potomac is sick with the blight that has touched too many of the world's great streams, the blight of pollution. Today, its waters are soiled with the waste of our cities, our industries, our homes. This sickness can be cured, but only if all who use our waters cooperate in the government's anti-pollution campaign. Shell is a user of water. It takes 40 tons of water to refine 1 ton of oil. And Shell cleans its own wastes from the water it uses. Helping to keep the waters clean is a part of the dedication to excellence of which this is a worldwide symbol. Clean water is not a new product. It is not a new idea. But it is a part of Shell's constant search for new ways to serve you better.
The 16th hole at the Congressional Country Club in Washington, D.C. is a 192-yard par 3, and Roberto DeVicenzo, with the honor on the tee, tried for the $10,000 hole-in-one prize money with a 1-iron. But Roberto didn't give it much of a chance, pushing his shot far to the right and in a bunker some 75 feet from the cup. Sam Snead also used a 1-iron from the tee, and once again today pushed his shot to the right of the target. It had the distance, but ended in the same bunker as Roberto. They both bogeyed from the sand, and Roberto held his 4-stroke lead. Then on the 410-yard par 4 17th, a long, tight hole with out of bounds on the left, DeVicenzo drove some 255 yards in the left-hand rough. Sam Snead drove on the same line, but just a few yards short of Roberto. Sam in heavy grass has a long way to go and is using a 4-wood for his second shot. And he's hooking it way off to the left. That could be out of bounds. It's not out of bounds. It's in the rough off to the left. Again, I'll mention that the aircraft overhead is very loud. We're right near the National Airport here in Washington. And Roberto has himself a difficult stance. He's on the outside bank of the bunker and is standing well above the ball. He'd better stay down on this one. With a 3-iron, is hooking it off to the left also. It's going to land short of the green. Jumps up in the front, still running, and runs up on the very front part of the green.
There was a beautiful shot.
Sam's second shot landed in the big gallery around the green, and the ball stopped in short grass just past the bunker. He's about 70 feet from the cup and will pitch with a wedge. And there Sam chips it up. It's going to leave it quite a bit short. He's got himself about a 12-footer for his par. We have with us one of the all-time great